Welcome back, guys. If you're not living on the rock, the farthest from the center of the galaxy, you have probably heard of the Project the High Republic. But what is it exactly? When is it taking place? Or why should you be excited about it? I thought I'd use my graphic design skills and throw together a nice little video explaining it in full detail. I will also have the information on how you can start reading it now with a free sampler. Where should I start reading? What is canon versus legends? When does the story begin? The answers to these questions and everything Star Wars is right here on Star Wars Timecodes. First announced in February of 2020, the High Republic, previously known as the Project Luminous, is a multimedia storytelling initiative developed by the Lucasfilm Story Group. Set about 200 years before Episode 1, it promises epic adventure set in a completely new era when the Galactic Republic and the Jedi Order are at their absolute peak. It will feature brand new heroes with some returning faces set in a time of hope and peace. But of course, as a tradition in Star Wars, there's a great conflict which sets the whole galaxy into turmoil and even threatens the Force itself. Now, what does that mean? I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's an epic project which will include adult and young adult novels, comics, and children's storybooks. Now, Lucasfilm is stating that everything planned for this will not overlap with any features or TV shows currently planned for production. Now, this was done to ensure the writers have the complete creative freedom and have the chance to tell the stories that they would like to tell. And honestly, I'm on board with this idea. There are several reasons I'm really looking forward to this. One of them is I always loved reading. I love my epic cinematic Star Wars experience, just like any other guy, and I'll binge watch a show as soon as it comes out. But there's something really special when you have a book in your hand, and interacting with the story through text. When you read a book, it just gives you that richness of character, that really vivid landscapes or emotional depth that you see in characters that a movie or a TV show cannot simply provide. There's time constraints and so forth. And when you read from a book, you almost complete the picture with your own imagination, and in a way you make it your own. Another reason I'm really looking forward to this is we're finally going to see the Jedi at their absolute peak. Hopefully we'll see some new powers. We've seen Jedi move really fast in the prequels, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan escaping the droids. We've seen Luke jump super high in the originals and the famous Darth Vader's chokehold. We saw Kylo Ren and Rey force Skyping each other. Those were all pretty interesting to me, but I would like to see something more. Also, I would like to see the Jedi from a new perspective in terms of their beliefs. What did they believe before? Why did they become so militant later on in the prequel trilogy? And what ultimately led to their downfall? Remember Luke talking about the Jedi hubris and that they thought they were so proud and powerful in the galaxy that eventually they kind of fade out. Now, let's talk about the background story for this time period. And don't forget, guys, at the end of this video, I will include the information how you can start reading the free sampler and enjoy the High Republic right now. The galaxy is at peace, ruled by the glorious Republic and protected by the noble and wise Jedi Knights. As a symbol of all that is good, the Republic is about to launch Starlight Beacon into the far reaches of the Outer Rim. This new space station will serve as a ray of hope for all to see. But just as a magnificent renaissance spreads throughout the Republic, so does the frightening new adversary. Now, the guardians of peace and justice must face the threat to themselves, the galaxy, and the Force itself. Michael Siglin, Lucasfilm Publishing Creative Director, says, Star Wars The High Republic features the Jedi as we've always wanted to see them, as true guardians of the peace and justice. This initiative will give readers, young and old, a new corner of the galaxy to explore through rich, meaningful stories. This was the golden age for the Jedi, and also a time of galactic expansion in the Outer Rim. So expect there to be rich tales of exploration, charting out the galaxy, meeting new cultures, and discovering what pioneer life in the Outer Rim was like. Next, I picked a few hero profiles for us to look at. Avar Kriss. Avar is the brightest, most noble example of Jedihood. She always tries to see the good in people and situations, and never puts herself first. She is invigorated about life on the frontier and the challenges it brings, and is an inspiration to those who work with her. She is compassionate, not dogmatic, and always ready to sacrifice herself over others. Avar Kriss is the best of the best. Personally, she reminds me of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Straight arrow kind of a Jedi who thinks she knows the right from wrong. It will be interesting to see what challenges she faces and how she deals with the temptations of the dark side. Vernestra Raw. Vern is a newly minted Jedi Knight. Vernestra, Maria Allen, I presume that's her home planet, was a Padawan to Stellan Gaius. She works hard and is devoted to the Jedi Order more so than most other Jedi her age. At 16, she's one of the youngest Jedi Knights in a generation. She struggles to fit in with the adults while also setting a good example for the younger Jedi. This is my kind of a character. I always related to Luke and his quest for self-discovery the most as a child. Definitely looking forward to seeing her growth and question life and Jedi teachings as well, sort of the way that Anakin did. Loden Greatstorm. Loden is a Twi'lek Jedi Master and is considered to be one of the best teachers in the Jedi Order. Strong and wise with good sense of humor, Loden looks at every moment as a learning experience, always trying to better himself and those around him, especially his Padawans. I'm getting both Yoda and Qui-Gon Jinn vibes here. He's funny, he has an open mind, and he's always ready to learn more. I think in terms of appearance, he's probably my favorite of all the revealed characters so far. And the art style, the golden colors and like white capes and everything has a very Art Deco style to it, and I love that. Keeve Trennis. Keeve is a young firebrand Jedi believed to have the great future ahead of her, if only she would believe in herself. Quick-witted and more impulsive than she should be, Keeve has only been a Jedi Knight for a few weeks and is a little starstruck around Avar, knowing many of the great things Kriss has done in the past. She is determined to prove herself to Avar and other legendary Jedi stationed at the Starlight Beacon. But first, she must learn to trust in herself as much as she trusts in the Force. Right away, a very interesting premise. I mean, flawed characters always make the best stories. I will call it out right now and predict that she will be walking a very thin line between the dark and the light side of the Force. And double-lighted green lightsaber? Sign me up. Stellan Gaius. Stellan is an optimistic and well-respected Jedi Master. Stellan came up through the Order with Avar Kriss, and although they are often on different assignments for the Jedi or the Republic, when the two work together, they're a powerhouse team of two noble heroes in action. Strong in the Force and natural teacher, Stellan is currently stationed at one of the Jedi Temple outposts on the distant planet Karagan Vinner. I like the detail of his connection to Avar Kriss, and I bet it's not an accident. We may potentially see a Jedi romance, Kenobi and Satine, remember anyone? I think it led into one of the most powerful moments in Star Wars history. I never understood the idea of celibate Jedi or why that Jedi can't have relationships, but hopefully we'll see a different side to the Order in this time period. Maybe different rules. And of course, Yoda has been revealed as one of the returning Jedi Masters and will feature prominently in Daniel Jose Older's Star Wars The High Republic adventure comic from IDW. Some of the details we know about him is that he's already a respected Jedi Council member. Yoda is also a journeyman out in the galaxy, and he will look after a group of Padawans traveling around the galaxy, learning the ways of the Jedi with a hands-on approach. This is absolutely thrilling news. I always enjoyed Yoda more as a crazy old mentor figure who teaches Luke about spirituality and Anakin to control his emotions versus a war general and a lightsaber-wielding leaping frog. I'm looking forward to how he will shape the young minds and what parts of the galaxy his adventures will take him. Let's talk about the villains now. In the High Republic, the main threat comes from a group called the Nihil. The Lucasfilm story group likes to refer to them as the Space Vikings. They are brutal raiders and smugglers led by a shadowy figure called Marchion Ro, who has a secret weapon at his disposal. In his hands, he possesses access to hyperlanes to calculate routes between stars that no one else in the galaxy has. With no regard for life, they attack fast, destroy everything on their path, and take no prisoners. As the story evolves, it will be revealed why Ro and his followers attack the Republic and what is their hidden agenda. I think a new faction other than Sith is refreshing, and if handled correctly, we can potentially see some awesome new villains emerge from this Nihil group. I'm looking forward to epic space battles, small groups of the Jedi infiltrating the enemy territory, and see how the Republic's values are tested in this new crisis. The revealed concept art is pretty awesome and reminded me a lot of the pirates from the Solo movie led by the Enfys Nest. Judging by their gear and weapons, I get the impression they seem to prefer close quarter combat as much as the blaster fights. In short, the Nile definitely has the potential, and I hope we'll see more threads as more books appear on the shelves. Finally, let's look at what is coming soon. First, we have the Light of the Jedi adult novel, A Test of Courage, and the Great Jedi Rescue children books releasing on January 5th. Next, we have a young adult novel, Into the Dark, on February 2nd, and Rising Storm adult novel coming this summer on June 29th. Marvel will release its first comic on January 6th, and IDW will follow up on February 24th. Now, let's get that free sampler I promised in the beginning of the video. Just open up your browser, navigate to StarWars.com, scroll down a little bit, click Explore, where you see the High Republic logo, go down all the way to where you see Free Digital Sampler Download Now. Click on it. It'll take you to this page. Then you guys could choose any platform you have a free account with. If you don't have one, it's super easy and quick to make. I have Amazon. I'm going to click on that. Just go there. Boom. Here's your free comic. Just click Buy Now. You'll see that it's absolutely free. One button and it's yours, guys. I will also drop a link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, you have a question or a suggestion, please leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. See you next time.